Well, we just wanted to talk about the intensity level and the focus. We needed to make sure that we made them, our presence felt on a defensive end. And I felt like we turned the page and we wanted to make sure that they understood that. So our team came out very focused defensively. We still made some mistakes, but at the same time, we're young and we're getting it.
NaLyssa and Queen both had some really nice moments offensively against that experienced Connecticut front court. What did you see from those two rookies in tonight's game?
Well, they are consistently in the gym. Today they had a great shoot around. Yesterday they had a great practice. In their mental space, they're really taking the time to get acclimated to the professional game. So both of them are aggressive. Both of them are very determined, and their desire is strong. So I look forward to having them to show bigger things in the upcoming years and the rest of the season.
Tony, Gabby, anything?
Yeah, I can go here. Carlos, it seemed like this Connecticut defense kind of got you guys out of the game you wanted to play. When that sort of happens, at least from my seat, that's what it looked like. How do you get your team back into rhythm and get the offense playing the way that you want?
Well, obviously, offensively, we didn't shoot it too good tonight. So some of the shots that usually fall did not. So it took us kind of out of rhythm. But we just have to do a much better job of moving the ball with a greater pace, a quicker, a quicker at ball advancement up the floor would really make that a better situation. So we didn't do that well tonight. At times we did, but we need to make sure that that's a consistent thing for us.
Gabby, anything?
Yeah, Coach, obviously you guys do have some size inside with, Queen and NaLyssa, Emily, but it still feels like, it hasn't been enough to compete with players like, both Jones players tonight. How do you kind of work around that, and is that a concern you see going down the stretch of the season?
It's not a concern. We just try to make sure that they understand defensive positioning. With a team like Connecticut, obviously they want to get the ball inside and they want to pound it. So we have to come up with defensive schemes that allows us to be in better position from doubling, from switching, and it just happens to have, Queen and NaLyssa in it the majority of the time. So we look forward to them just advancing mentally and physically in that area. And obviously with them coming out of college, they're not, they don't have the mentality yet of the WNBA players that have been veterans in this league. But it's coming, and I look for bigger things to come from them, both.
We've talked a lot about the third quarters lately. Tonight was a lot different, especially defensively. You guys were only outscored 1 point, I think, but that offensive part of it was still missing. Did you notice a difference coming out of the halftime this time? And, how do you think you can build on tonight's performance?
Well, absolutely. I did notice the third quarter we were able to win it. We were down one. I think, we did not win it, but that was a win for us because we have talked about winning the third quarter or at least having a solid third. So we're building on it, and those guys understand it. They really look forward to challenging themselves in the third, and that was something good for us. Connecticut's obviously a good team, so we have to consistently keep that energy and that focus up throughout the entire game.
Yeah, hey D-Rob. So after last game, Kelsey was talking to us about you guys' mentality and, feeling like you guys are playing a little soft recently. Do you kind of get the same vibe from this team, and how do you guys turn that around in coming games?
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. I feel like we don't make our presence known throughout the game, especially defensively. People are able to get what they want. So yeah, that's a little bit frustrating. Because we talk a lot about what we want and what we need to do, and whenever we play, it's just not translating to the court. So that's something that we need to get figured out, or we're going to keep having the same result. And so we just have to make our presence known. We have to be more physical. We have to break things up, make it hard for people to not get what they want. And I think then we'll find some success.
You guys started 2-2, a little bit of down stretch since then. Have you sensed anything turned? Is it just not quite finishing games the way you want? What do you see as kind of the guiding principle for your struggles as of right now?
Yeah, well, I think we've had a few games where we've been in it, we haven't finished, or games where we come out flat our first 5 minutes. A starting group not coming out performing the way we need to, and then expecting the bench to come in and really change things. So it's a combination of things, definitely. Obviously, individually, everybody needs to take a look at themselves and figure out what more we can do, because there's obviously another level that we need to get to. And so, I think that starts individually with everybody really taking accountability for the minutes that they're playing, watching film, seeing what's going on in the minutes that you have, because it's not obviously not working. We have to figure something out, and I think it starts with everybody taking a look at themselves first.
On the bright side for you guys tonight, NaLyssa had a career high scoring night. It was all over the place on offense in this game. What did you see from her in this one that allowed her to fill up the stat sheet, and how do you guys continue to maximize her like this going forward?
Yeah, well, I think she's a great scorer. She's athletic. She's long. She's really, when she's aggressive, I think that's when she plays her best. And so that she did tonight, going at them, trying to draw fouls, just getting to the rim, making the right passes. And so when she does that, it's really good for our team. And so, I'm glad she did that. I hope that continues, because we're going to need her.
Zion?
Rob, despite the loss, it felt like you guys were able to find something comfortable in the second half defensively against Connecticut. What changed for you guys to just be able to slow down their high-powered offense a little bit?
Yeah, well, I think we changed the schemes a little bit, got our hands on a few more balls, but that needs to start from the beginning. Like I said, we need to assert ourselves, and so whether it's us going to the coaches and making adjustments a little bit faster, or at the end of the day just asserting ourselves. We got to foul some people hard sometimes. We just got to foul them hard and let them know that we're here. But right now it's like we're on the receiving end of all the calls, and just taking them. It's like we're not setting the tone, and so that's what we need to do. And I think we did that more in the second half. Like I said, really throwing a lot at people, getting our hands on stuff. So just continuing to do that.
Tony, you got another one? No. Gabby, anything?
Yeah, it just a few times tonight, it seems like whether it was you or Kelsey kind of trying to drive inside and create something, the offense looked very cluttered and kind of, tight. Yeah. How do you work on that separation? Because, obviously that's hard for you guys to get inside, kick out, whatever it is. How do you work on, spacing the floor a little better?
Yeah, well, that's one of our biggest issues is just spacing offensively. Whether it's, it's a combination of things. Still some confusion offensively, obviously chemistry. But at the end of the day, we have to figure it out. There's no excuse anymore. We have to space the floor. But I think a lot of it stems from just confusion. We're very, very young, haven't played in, some people haven't played in this league for a while, and just getting a feel for, how things are going to go, how people are going to guard. So I think it's a combination of things, but spacing is definitely one of our biggest issues for sure.
For someone who has been in the league a lot longer than most of the team, does that build some frustration for you when it kind of feels like smaller things like that and, what you were saying, kind of the chemistry isn't meshing well? Or is it meshing as well right now?
Well, I was a rookie once, and I understand that, there's a lot being thrown at them offensively, defensively, new terminology, new schemes. So, it's frustrating to lose for sure, but I think that, they're getting more and more comfortable every single game, knowing personnel, knowing what we need to do. Obviously, it's not resulting in wins right now, but like I said, there's a level to it. I've been in the league, I know the players, I know almost any term that any coach or team has thrown at me from my experiences, and they're just not there yet. And we're asking them to grow up very, very fast, and I think that they're trying. Obviously, there's another level to get to, but I'm proud of how far they've come in the time that I've been here. We just got to keep pushing them along and to get them where we need to be.
Thank you.
Anything else? Thank you, D-Rob.
Free BG, we love you.
NaLyssa, career high 19 points for you tonight. What did you feel like was clicking for you on that offensive end of the floor?
Honestly, just driving more, getting downhill a lot more than just settling for jump shots. I feel like that helped me a lot this game.
Last game, Kelsey Mitchell was talking to us after the game, and she kind of called you guys' mentality a little off right now and not where it needs to be. You kind of agree with that, and how do you feel like you guys can fix that going forward?
We just got to buy into the system, just buy in collectively. We know what we need to do, so at the end of the day, we're going to execute it and do what we have to do to become one.
What do you feel like on the floor? You guys were 2-2 and now 3-11, I believe. What do you feel like on the floor do you guys have to work on the most to get some wins in the win column?
Just focusing more defensively and, just executing on offense. I feel like we could have a lot more points on the board if we execute more on offense, so just doing that.
Zion, go ahead.
Yeah, NaLyssa, how are you able to just play with confidence against that defensive-oriented front court that the Sun have?
Like I said, just driving downhill. Once you see the ball go in, you get a lot more confidence. So, just driving helped me get my mentality back, get my confidence back.
You've played with Queen for a long time. Late in that second half, late in the game, she had that block that was called a foul, but I feel like she was chirping a little bit after that. What was going on there, and what's it like just playing with somebody like her that brings that much energy?
Man, it's great. I mean, always having a rim protector, it helps you out a lot. Whether, someone could blow by you and, she'll be there for your help. So it's just having someone you could trust in the backcourt, it helps you a lot. And, the block was nasty. I don't know how it was a foul, but, we got to take it.
And she also had that stretch in the second quarter where she was able to score, I believe 8 straight points. What was it like watching her put those post moves on and get to her spots?
She just did what she did best. She didn't shy away from being on the block. She didn't shy away from contact. So, she kept pounding it in the post, and it got her 8 straight points.
Anything else, guys? Nope. Okay. Thanks, Les. Appreciate it, everybody.